With more now, I am joined by Democratic Michigan Congressman Senator Levin. Thanks for being with us.
Glad to be with you.
Congressman, Harry Reid is not allowing Republicans to offer amendments. Do you feel today's vote would have more of a chance if he gave Republicans that opportunity?
Well, he said it depends on what the amendments are, but I really want to take a turn from the political focus of this and talk about 1.7 million Americans. This really is not about November of 2014. This is about lifeline for 1.7 million people who lost their jobs, who are looking for jobs. We asked a person from Michigan to come here for the State of the Union who's been looking for work. She called us yesterday and said now she has from the mortgage company indication of a foreclosure. So there are hundreds of thousands of people like this looking for work. And the question today is not all the process issues before the Senate. The Republicans asked for an offset. It be paid for. It's going to be paid for. So they need to step up to the plate. It isn't about the November election. It's about 1.7 million people. And by the way, every week another 72,000 people are added to those who have lost every cent of their federal unemployment insurance. It's their lifeline. It's food. It's their home. It's gas so they can keep looking for work. That's really what's at stake here, and I'm hopeful that the Republicans will step up to the plate now and provide the 5 additional votes so this can be brought up for discussion and then passed.
Well, you make a very good point, because 1.7 million people, those people are at the heart of this. But there is a lot on the line, a lot at stake. If this vote does not pass, be realistic about this. If it doesn't pass, what is the next course of action? What happens to those 1.7 million people, and what are you going to do next?
We're going to keep on working. We're talking about, as I said, lifelines. These people are looking for work. The 10 people who came with the 10 of us who asked them to come and sit in the gallery while the President spoke of the State of the Union, they gave us their stories. They're looking for work. The person we asked to come from Michigan, she went for 2 more interviews. She sent out hundreds of resumes. They now send out resumes if they're over 40 or 50 years of age, and they say, we'll take out any reference to age. We have the highest level of long-term unemployed among the unemployed in this country that we've had since the Depression. And so this is for people, it's an emergency.
Absolutely, and we want to understand this problem. The problem is very real, but I want to get to the heart of the matter. House Republicans have expressed no interest in extending the program. So what specifically are Democrats willing to do to push this forward?
We'll do everything. If the Senate will step up to the plate, if the Republicans will provide 5 votes so they'll be cloture so they can then act and send it to the House, we will pass this in the House. We will pass this in the House because we're talking about the lives of 1.7 million people, and many of them with their children. Somebody told us a story about their kids saying to them, you're looking for work. What's going on here? Your lifeline's going to be taken away while you look for work. You've been off more than 6 months. You're working hard to find work. And the federal government, for the first time, is going to say we're going to end this program. We've never done this before. Under President Bush, we extended the program 4 or 5 times without an offset. Now we're saying it will be offset, it will be paid for, and with a provision that Republicans have voted for before. There's no excuse here. Let's not have the American people and their lifeline be tied up into process issues within the U.S. Senate or the U.S. House. I say to Republicans, and I talked to a Republican senator yesterday, step up to the plate on this. Pass this. It's an emergency. If it comes to the House, I think the American people will say to the House, the will of the American people. All the surveys show this, all of them. The vast majority of the Americans say extend emergency unemployment insurance.
Well, we will see how that plays out today. Congressman Levin, thank you so much for your time. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
It is